Hey guys, quick ramble before I get some sleep. Uh, it's been an odd couple days for me. You know, uh, I have previously mentioned in Ramble videos that I've had a lot of grief to deal with. Uh, my 2020 started in 2019, and it's been a shit year and a half. Um, Still in a little shock after learning that Felonoid died, and just thought I'd catch you guys up to speed as far as like what I've been thinking the last 2 days. Uh, in those moments where I can process a little bit. Um, so the way that I found out about this was actually from Phantom Lion saying we need to make a list of people who we need to, check on to see if they're still alive, if there's something wrong or something. And on that list, there were a few YouTubers that have been missing in action. Um, One in particular that I've been searching for a while is Darnak. Uh, Only those of you who watched my channel more than 6 years ago know who Darnak is, but there's a few more that, they're just people who stopped posting videos. You know, um, maybe the allure of YouTube wore off. Maybe they forgot their password to their Google account and started a new account and I never found it, but, you know, um, sometimes people just fall off the face of the earth. But since Felonoid was very connected to Phantom Lion's channel, he kept it running for a while with putting content on it. I decided to check that one first, and Phantom Lion doesn't have a Facebook account because he was kicked off, I think, for using, a fake name because he doesn't use his real identity. And so he got, kind of angry at the platform. But I checked Facebook, and this is not something that I would have ever seen as a notification because it was his family had tagged him, uh, and it showed up on his timeline, the notice to everyone that he had passed. So you would have actually had to go looking for it. And when I found it, I broke it to Phantom Lion gently. I'm like, he's not missing, you know. Um, that was hard. Uh, and then Phantom Lion asked me to send his number to the person who was posting on Facebook the notice, and so I did. And then that person was like, "Oh hey, aren't you Agent of Doubt? Jeff used to show me your videos." I was like, "What? This is not the time for me to get noticed." You know, um, that was a very odd way to get noticed, but I checked out that person's Facebook and realized that, you know, probably we're on different political ends of the spectrum, but that person sent me a Facebook friend request. I'm like, well, we'll see how long that lasts. You know, I'm not in the mood to deny anyone any connection to Felonoid that they might be trying to get by, meeting some of his friends. But, I say some spicy things on Facebook. So, you know, Anyways, I wondered for a minute, like, well, I wonder which video Jeff would have shown people. And then I just did a search on my own channel of Felonoid. And I came across an old video from 8.5 years ago called Cheer Up Felonoid. And I rewatched it. I watched myself in a video talking to myself. Like, yeah, I'm having a week, okay? And I can remember what it was that I was responding to. Now, what I was responding to has been taken down since then. But this is what happened. This is what went down. Felonoid made a video where he was pissed off because he lost like 70 subscribers. Because YouTube decided to do a purge of all the dead channels. And my video was just telling him to cheer up, that, those people aren't going to be watching your channel anyway. They're dead accounts. They're like canceled accounts. But like, for a while, YouTube would still give you credit for having a subscriber, even if that channel had been taken down. I had a Vogder, a Coughlin 666. I had a couple of other channels that had been taken down that were subscribed to me still, that I lost in the same purge. And on the same day, The Amazing Atheist, Thunderfoot, and Venom Fang X all lost like 5,000 subscribers. We, the littler YouTubers, didn't lose as many, but for him, it was a massive blow. Some of us got into this thinking, this is a neat way to amplify your voice, and then, the monetization came along, and some people thought, maybe we could make a go of this, and maybe one day make enough money making videos to just make videos for a living. And I was bitten by that bug. My video 8.5 years ago, I was telling myself, as when I was watching it, oh look, there's where I'm admitting that I was bitten by that bug. I don't feel that way anymore. I do this as social media, as a hobby, and just trying to be part of a community. But I do not think that I'm ever going to get famous on YouTube to the point where I'm not going to have to ever work for a living. In fact, in that 8.5 years since, I've actually gotten on a path to where I enjoy my career, and I wouldn't give up my career to just make YouTube videos all the time. And there are a couple other YouTubers that I really respect for doing the same. Repsion for becoming a welder. I respect that. He has a trade. He can always make more money in that trade than as a YouTuber, and he has something to fall back on. I chose a profession that I can keep going with as long as I can keep yakking, and so whether it be doing therapy or being a YouTuber, as long as I still have a voice, I'm good. And if that gives out, I guess I'll work for BetterHelp or Talkspace. Those of you who've been watching my channel for a while know that that's a joke. I'm not doing that. Yeah, and recently I've even had training as a career counselor, to where I could, go into a school setting and help people figure out what kind of career path they want to get on. and I've helped out many people informally this way, but what I know about career counseling in general is if you were to pull some kindergartners aside and ask them, what do they want to be when they grow up? The most popular answer for boys is YouTuber. And the most popular answer for girls is astronaut. I'll take the girls' answer as progress as far as where we've come as a society, but even the girls have a high propensity of saying YouTuber as well. So there's a lot of kids who aspire to something that is very hard to attain because the algorithm is cruel. The algorithm picks winners, and you can put a lot of work into it. Right now, you're watching me on a channel that's got a 10-year history, and I didn't get much of anywhere with it. I just looked myself up on Social Blade, and I am 1,054,263 as far as my rank of subscribers. So there are more than 1 million people around the world that have more subscribers than me and are pumping out very polished content. This is just me rambling. Although I put a certain value on it and don't value production polish as much, those polished videos are going to get the views. And I really do think that people kind of up the production polish the more success that they get here on YouTube. But it's a trap because it's still, whether you have the production polish or not, it's a lottery ticket. It's worse than a Powerball ticket. It's to think that you could have a career on YouTube outside of doing anything else, just being you on YouTube, that is a rarity. Most of the people that have success that you would say, well, look at that person, they intentionally built their success. They had some other talent. I just saw a channel called the Hacksmith get their diamond play button and then chop it in half with a specific torch that's used in glass blowing that they're calling a lightsaber, that they just kind of modded into a backpack, a portable glass blowing torch, and because it had laminar flow to the flame, they said, oh look, it's a lightsaber, and they've been cutting through things, and that's how they got their play button. But all of the talent that it took just to make the steampunk style backpack and all that, and film all that stuff, that was done with talent that did not come from just trying to be their own personality and just make YouTube videos. That kind of person, we'll say the Jake Pauls of YouTube, they are a rare breed, but that's what those kindergartners want to grow up to be. They don't want to do anything else. Specifically, they don't want to do that hard work where they actually have a talent where they're showcasing it on YouTube. They just want to be themselves on YouTube or play a video game. Not write a video game, not create a video game, play a video game and become rich doing it. Those jobs are they're worse than lottery tickets. And I wish that when people get bit by the YouTube bug, that somebody would sit them down and say these things to them, because 8.5 years ago, Felonoid made a video where he was very depressed. And he started the catchphrase, "I am nothing, I am nobody, and these are my opinions." And I made a video trying to cheer him up. And for the rest of his YouTube career, he continued to say, "I am nothing, I am nobody, and these are my opinions." Because clearly it was still affecting him. In the end, I don't think his personal main channel ever made it over 400 subscribers. The first 100 are the hardest to get, let me tell you. But, YouTube kind of passed our niche by as far as people who rambled and just gave their opinion to the camera. And especially people who are of our particular activism. And I'm thankful, heading into Thanksgiving, that I have a career outside of YouTube that is fulfilling. And that I made it a point to make sure that that dream didn't slip through the cracks, I was distracted for a while. And every so often, I can get into that mode of thought where I can remember what it was like to be bitten by that bug. But I'm a lot better off where I'm at. If anybody needs any help, as far as career guidance, hit me up in the comments section, and maybe we'll have a chat.